I think this season is being documented because it was more like a start of a new era in SL basketball.
The thing I'll always bring is the hard work and intensity each day to get better, and so that's, in my mind, I just want to bring that over.
To set like a precedent to like the younger guys coming in that like we're gonna be going hard like no matter what, if it's practice, if it's games, like we need to go hard.
And I think a lot of people in this area, maybe even in the state, who are aware of Southern Lehigh, no one believed it was possible, everyone in this locker room.
I think going into the season for sure as a team, we were we had our eyes on the Colonial League, and the district was definitely another one.
5 great seniors that are graduating this year, and we knew we had something special from the get-go.
Obviously, a new coach coming in, you don't know who it is, you don't know what adjustments you have to make to your game or the team.
All right, we know what we're doing?
So being able to kind of take any program, whether it be here, whether it be my last school, and just at a minimum return to the baseline of how we want to go about things, how we want to conduct ourselves, that's already going to raise the bar.
During the preseason, we definitely felt what was going on the past 2 seasons, and we were, kind of hoping to make a little bit of a comeback.
Maybe on 2, 1, 2, family!
We were trying to prove something to the fans and to ourselves that we could really make something special out of the season.
Well, the mantra Southern Lehigh basketball is back definitely meant something, and to us it kind of solidified like what we expected from the summer coming into the real season.
So we got our first win, Blue Mountain, it was a very close game, a hard-fought game. That, I felt, gave us confidence throughout the first few games of the season, like we can do this.
That game against Easton, they're a big EPC team and they have returning a lot of guys. We know that they're a pretty good team. Just going in there and having the mindset that we can beat them, and then we actually win that game. First time we've ever beat Easton in school history, so that kind of just set the momentum and precedent that we can play ball.
I mean, one of our strengths as a team was that we had so much depth, but that also, there's a whole host of issues that come with that where we didn't have the rotation figured out. We were still experimenting with things in the early parts of the season, even to the mid and latter parts of the season.
I would say from preseason carrying into the regular season, there was one thing that really stuck with most of us, was just that next play mentality and just playing for one another.
We're going to come out, we're going to fight and claw, tooth and nail to get back in this freaking game. That means every rebound, every loose ball, okay? We got to start knocking down some shots, play our style.
We flipped a switch in our play style. We were just a different team. And we were flowing, the ball was flowing, our shots were going, and it proceeded into our next few games.
Yeah, I definitely noticed how the plays started to click, especially as we got further and further into the year.
One thing we kind of kept in mind though is not to get too high and definitely not to get too low. We were hot in the beginning of the year, beating Blue Mountain and a huge win over Easton, starting off the Colonial League, beating Saucon, which is a rival.
Once games started, especially first half of the season, we really got into it and it flowed really well.
We had over Christmas break, we beat Penn Argyl, and we knew that the second half of our season was going to be a little more gritty.
Well, we're preparing in practice, and we know they're going to be tough teams. So we come in as locked in as we normally are, like it's any other game. But we leave 100% out on the court knowing that they're a team we could see in the playoffs, we could be fighting in playoff standings with. We had a stretch at the end of the year in January that was tough for us. We lost a few of them, but we learned from it.
Defensively, keep your guy in front, step up, take a charge, get it, push the ball, finish strong at the rim, be disciplined on offense. If we do that, we're gonna have a great night, all right? And this could be the start of the second half of our season where we go on a run.
Yeah, against these hard teams that we played later in January, it's about the mindset coming into the game. We know they're a good team and we're gonna have to bring our best to beat them, so staying locked in during the game and before the game is always key.
No matter what people were saying outside of the basketball locker room, we were still all together, kept staying together, and just kept believing, like saying, all right, we're going to go get the next game. Like, let's go take it to them this game. No letting up was what we kept saying. Don't let up, don't let up, don't let up.
Right, offensively, we'll see what they're in, we'll run our stuff, we'll play with confidence, and we'll win this game.
Yeah, it definitely sucked. You know, we couldn't really get over the regular season hump of beating these, you know, powerhouse teams in the Colonial League, and most of them were heartbreak losses.
As we got to the Colonial League playoffs, especially after we lost there, like there was, at least in my mind, I was a little bit panicked, like, wow, the season could end next game. But we were able to just settle down as a team and overcome that panic and be mentally strong and move forward in a positive way.
That little spark of, you know, bad playing in the middle of the season, we felt that what we could do weighed more than that.
Glad we're in good spirits, we're pretty loose, ready to go, all right, but we gotta come out ready to go to work, okay? So whatever that is, however you need to get that energy, offensive rebound, I don't care, do it, okay? Let's get after this.
Hitting the panic button's never an option, right? You can never quit. You can never give up hope, and nobody did. You know, not myself, not any of the coaches, not any of the players. We had a great team meeting after the Colonial League playoffs. We kind of sat down, looked at everything, talked with the team, and just said, look, like what do we need to do differently going forward? Because none of us were happy with the Colonial League result.
I think in that huddle, in that moment, we all just sat silently, and I could tell, like in the room, we all thought, like, we got to make something happen here.
It's not just we got to outwork them on Friday, we got to outwork them today for an hour, right? Can we do that? Yes. Can we outwork at practice tomorrow for an hour? Can we lock in for 60 minutes and every detail matters? Understand it, think, talk to your teammates, learn how to play out stuff, and then we're going to hit them like a freaking freight train on Friday, and we got a great game plan, and they're not going to be ready.
It's just keeping the cool mindset, and you want to focus on the team. You know, there's a lot of guys that you've been playing with the whole season, and you don't want the season to end right now. So you just gotta stay locked in.
I think we've definitely found more joy in playing against these newer teams, and that's why I feel it came to us more during the playoffs. And it's win or go home, and I don't think any of us wanted to go home.
Coach BJ really did a great job on the scouts for each team we played, and I think that really came in handy when we played teams that we haven't seen before or played all season.
Take it to them. Take it to them. We're the better team. They've got to play well to beat us. It's not the other way around. They have to play well to beat us.
You know, they're all good teams. They can all compete, and they all want the same goal to win. So we just have to come with the mindset that these teams are good and here to play. So we have to kind of match that energy and keep working, focusing on ourselves, and just doing our best.
Go through all their plays in practice and you know, work on you know, stopping one guy or you know, getting through a screen, switching screens. I think throughout the season, you know, our growth showed in the playoffs. I think our team chemistry and the way we're working together on the court.
Our together mentality, like all of our friendship really contributed
to our ability to fight.
And we learned to trust each other, trust the coaches. They know what's right. We were able to just be mentally strong and move forward.
Going in the Upper Moreland game, social media was the game was all over the place. We knew the place was going to be packed.
Something you dream of as a high school basketball player, coming hosting a state game after the 3rd district win.
It was different, and it's something that I know I definitely won't forget.
When people show up to our games and we can all tell as a unit that we can see them into it and that they're really enjoying and being entertained, I think we all play better.
As part of the team, you have to stay locked in, keep your focus on the opponent, not the fans.
We still went into that game thinking, we're gonna do our best and we're gonna really try to win this game. And I feel like we tried our best, but ultimately we just came short.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish an end of the high school basketball season or career on my worst enemy. It was very emotional.
In that moment, obviously, upset that we lost. The season's over, and in the locker room, the next couple of days, you're just thinking, you're just sad that you're never gonna see the seniors again.
It definitely, the reality set in. We've been playing for probably 13 years of my life, so when that clock hit 0, and I was out there with my senior boys, I knew it was the last time that we were ever going to share the court together, so I was just taking up the moment, However, looking back at it, I'm definitely grateful to have the opportunity to have played on such a great team. And I've heard a great quote, don't be sad because it's over, smile because it happened.
You guys built something this year, right? You built the start of what hopefully is going to be a team, a Southern Lehigh basketball program that is playing in environments like that every year. I hope, we can remember all the fun we had, all the relationships we built in this room, and that doesn't stop today, right? That doesn't stop because the season's over. We say family for a reason. You have to mean it, right? And us coaches, we're all still here for you, and we're gonna hopefully be seeing you guys, and obviously we'll see the guys next year. But seniors, I hope this isn't goodbye, right? This isn't you walk out this locker room door and that's it. No, there's a whole nother relationship that hopefully all of us will have post basketball.
In a bigger picture, I feel like looking back, this experience of being able to play with 4 other seniors and have such a good group of underclassmen and a great coach, and this season was a roller coaster. We were great in the summer, good start, and then a little bit of adversity in the mid-season and towards the end, but we get through adversity as a team. That's something we really harped upon during the season, can we get through adversity? And I feel like we showed that we can. So overall, it was a success. And I feel like looking back, we're gonna look back and say, oh, we won district championships. We brought a state playoff game to our school for all the fans to come out. And I feel like that's just a magical feeling, and I'll definitely remember that for a long time.
But I really I want the season to remember as, just one of the greatest times of our lives.
Looking back, I hope that people think of me as someone that, they could look up to. Someone that always would put in the work and just be a good role model for the team players around you. I hope that I'm remembered at Southern Lehigh as the guy who would get on the floor for any ball, put his body on the line. I think that my constant injuries definitely pertain to that one, show that one. And I hope that I'm known as a positive leader in the locker room.
Some things that I really just learned from our seniors this past year and my new coaches, mentality in basketball is huge and is the most important thing. There is absolutely nothing you can't do with the correct mentality out on that floor.
We're gonna take a winner's mentality into next year. When you lose and you lose, you just feel like a loser and you expect to lose. Now that we've won, we feel like winners, and we need to just keep that same winning mentality going.
Those tough losses can be fixed, and we definitely know how to fix them. and I want to be able to not lose by 20 in the first round of Colonial League playoffs. We want to be able to get past the first round in states and make more of a statement that suddenly high basketball is back.